Alrighty, let's see what we got today. It is Sunday, so we got some campaign features. Include incoming, and shy applies to Fishing Village and Apprentice. So shy means you can't quite see all the text, but at the start of your turn, you may discard one of the shy cards for +2 cards. So if you find a Fishing Village or an Apprentice in your starting hand, instead of playing it immediately, you could pitch it, get 2 cards, effectively making it a laboratory. But also, then you could draw back around and potentially play the same card later on in the turn. Probably one of the stronger traits overall. And then what is incoming? Actions and treasures are top decked when gained, not optional. So that's like progress, the whatchamacallit, the prophecy. Except with progress, everything you gain is top decked, which can often be a big impediment later in the game when you're scoring, because you're top decking all your victory cards and causing dead turns for the next hand. Here, it's just actions and treasures, so it's all upside, and it happens immediately. Progress, you have to trigger. So this is going to be pretty strong, I would think. As I say that, there's actually nothing here that kicks off the deck all that effectively. Uh, Taking a look at the kingdom. For draw, there's Apprentice trashing stuff. Devil's Workshop and Exorcist can both gain imps, which is like a laboratory if you have a diversity of actions, but in large quantities ends up being more like a moat once you run out of unique action cards to play. Exorcist can also gain Will-O-Wisp, which is a draw card if it connects with something cheap. And then in the Clashes pile, Battle Plan and Warlord are both draw cards. Not a pile I normally play with, if I'm being honest. Okay, Villages, Fishing Village, and Wandering Minstrel are both villages. There's a Ghost, which you can get off of Exorcist if you're willing to trash something expensive. I think that's it for villages. For trashing, Exorcist and Apprentice. And then for plus buy, Capital. Is that the only plus buy in this kingdom? That's a bit of a limitation. Capital, I mean, it's okay. But if you're using it primarily for plus buy, 6 coins, 6 debt, it's like +0 coins, +1 buy for 5 money, which is fairly expensive. You can also gain things with Leprechaun. That'll probably be worth trying to activate here. Gain a gold for free. This is a kingdom where I think you'd be happy to have extra golds. You can print them for draw. You can extra system gain ghosts. Uh, you got to play around Warlord most likely. This is one of those cards where if your opponent plays it, you don't really get a turn. So the game tends to revolve around who can play Warlord more consistently. Uh, with that in mind, I'm probably just going to open with Battle Plan. And then if the bot doesn't reciprocate, I just have unilateral control over the Crashes pile. Okay, well, at the cost of basically skipping my first turn, at the very least, now the bot has no way to get to the Warlord because the only card that rotates this pile is the top card, the Battle Plans. And I rotated it before the bot got one, which means the bot would have to buy 4 archers to get to Warlord. And this is not a card you really want 4 of. 1, maybe 2. Okay, I'm probably going to take an Exorcist here. Love to trash the, whatchamacallit, the shelters. Turn them into Will-O-Wisp. Goodbye, Necropolis. I guess I'll take a Fishing Village. Top decks itself, and I can use the Shy effect, making it effectively a laboratory. Archer already being a nuisance. I think the Will-O-Wisp is 100% likely to draw a second card there, because I think the only... No, that's not true. There's a Battle Plan down there. There's only 75% likely to draw. I was thinking it was immaterial which of the 2 cards I kept. But Fishing Village is 100% to draw too, and Will-O-Wisp was not quite as likely as I thought it was. Let's take one more Fishing Village. Top deck it. Draw 2 cards. The effect does not stack. You can do this once. I'm trying to think. Are there any traits that do stack in that sort of way? Friendly is another one where You can discard one card at the end of your turn to gain one thing. Maybe there's some I'm thinking of. Um, but this one certainly does not stack, so I can only do it with the first fishing village of the turn. Okay. Um, what do I want to gain here? Devil's Workshop could gain imps, which seem good here. Second Exorcist helps deal with the coppers, but I'm probably not hitting very big numbers that way. And Wandering Minstrel seems all right. I want to get to the point where I've got 7 action cards so that I can activate Leprechaun. I'm not sure we get to me there fastest. I think I want a Devil's Workshop. If I want one, I might as well take it earlier rather than later. Doesn't really matter which one I reveal. I was going to discard the other one. Okay, I'll take Apprentice now. This Archer is kind of pissing me off, actually. I don't know why I say actually. The Archer is predictably pissing me off. I don't like that file. I don't like it one bit. I'll go ahead and take... I think Leprechaun still feels too soon. I don't think I've got the deck control activated yet, especially with my Apprentice in the discard. Maybe if I had Apprentice on top, I can trash some things expensive to have a big turn. But I don't think that's very likely. Listen here, you asshole. Hmm. Okay, I'll go ahead and take an Archer of my own. Also gives my battle plan something to reveal. And a Wandering Minstrel. And then probably next turn, I'm taking a Leprechaun. Put this on top. I have money. Let's just take one more of those. And a Leprechaun. I believe that's my Exorcist on bottom there. I think I'm going to pitch this. If I draw back around to the Apprentice, which I did, I think I'm just trashing this. I can regain one later as needed. But I wanted to draw enough cards to activate Leprechaun here, and this should do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leprechaun. These are both got a top deck. Trash a copper, play an archer. Okay. And maybe just top deck one more apprentice? I have a gold on top, which is a great target for it. And both of my apprentices are already in play, so neither of them's down there. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna top deck an apprentice. Kind of want the exorcist back. But what are you? It has 3 archers. Goodbye, gold. Put a minstrel first. Put into line up the will-o-wisp, but I've done the opposite. Now I can't play it next. I'll go ahead and wish for a warlord. Oh, that's annoying. Because I wished for the warlord. Where's wish? Can I not see the text like that? Okay, never mind. We're gonna go look up wish manually. Wish normally puts the card straight into your hand, but where is it? I'm gonna be forced to top deck it, not option. All right, so the warlord actually is gonna go back on top of my deck, but I can play the battle plan, reveal the warlord, rotate the pile. All right, I at least got one of those. Oh, I gotta be careful here. In fact, I think it's a little bit too late. I should have thought about that. I needed to get to the leprechaun, and I didn't. I already have 6 cards in play, so if I play this apprentice, draw the leprechaun, it's not gonna be in time to play. It'll be 8 cards in play. How could I have fixed that? I'm not sure if there was a play order that would have solved that problem more effectively. Yeah, maybe the leprechaun was just too far down on my deck. I could have like wished for a leprechaun or something and played the second one. Okay, the warlord. Uh, regain exorcist and take an imp. Yeah, I need capital pretty soon. Should be able to get it this turn off of the wish. I think I'm going to do a warlord first and then shy. If I do shy first, the fishing village will go into the shuffle. You discard it first and then you draw two cards. And I don't think I really want the fishing village to be in the shuffle. I'd rather draw back around to it at the end of the turn. Whereas if I do warlord first, it would trigger a shuffle. Then I would discard the fishing village. Wait a second. I said exactly what I was going to do and then did the opposite, didn't I? I just established I didn't want the fishing village in the shuffle and then did it in the order that made that happen. Oops, a daisy. Oh well. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Unfortunately, they don't top deck in the order I would want them to. If it was Wish first, then Gold, the Will-O-Wisp would draw because Wish costs 0. But if I play it now, I'll draw the Gold. Uh, might just be what I'm doing anyway, huh? I think it is. Yeah. There had to be a better order than that. That was just dumb. I don't know. I'm not playing this one very well. Goodbye, Devil's Workshop. Wish for capital. God dang it. Listen, it's late. It's very late in the day. I'm tired. I forgot about the incoming thing, top decking the capital again. That's going to be a nuisance. All right, no plus 5 for me today. Mm, uh, I'm worried about what I've top decked. Those cards are not good, are they? Yeah, one's a capital. What's the other one? I think some junk that my wandering minstrel discarded, like a copper or something. I'm gonna buy another apprentice just to get that on top of the deck. We got a ghost. Doesn't matter what I pitch. Okay, something has to die here. I guess capital. Battle plan next. Uh, we're doing with the wish. Got an apprentice on top of my deck. I'm not sure if there's anything else super important up there. I think I'm just gonna wish for a capital, which will top deck, and then trash the apprentice to or the fishing village to draw it. And then whatever action card I buy here, the ghost will hit. Probably what I'll do is I'll play the Exorcist before the Ghost, gain a Will-O-Wisp off the Hobble, and then the Ghost hits the Will-O-Wisp, which is a decent target. Hmm, maybe fishing village. Maybe there's one more, and then next turn I can take territory and gain a few golds that way for payload. It looked like I had an 11. Words are hard. It looked like I had 11 money, but I was about to have to pay back 6 of that for the capital. So it wasn't much incentive to spend all of it. Pretty poor choice from the bot there to discard the archer. Obviously, no, maybe that's all right. I was gonna say the fishing village is a draw card, but the bot saw that I had 2 fishing villages and it knew it couldn't discard both of them. So maybe archer's fine. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Gotta find my leprechaun in time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play the minstrel and order these. I'm guaranteed to find it in time. I don't want to be in a situation again where I played 7 cards before playing the leprechaun. Okay, and then I guess apprentice dies. Attack. Plus buy. Territory. Just so I have a bunch of durations in play, which means I need to find the leprechaun ASAP. I'm essentially going to play third here. I don't want to trigger shy, I don't think. I draw 1 card with this apprentice when I'd rather just trash a gold and draw 6. So that's 5 cards played. So this is basically exactly 50-50. I trash a gold, I draw 6 cards. My leprechaun is down there. If I find it in the top 6, then I activate it in time. If I don't, then I'm out of luck because I will have already played 6 cards. Fortunately, I did play it. Can I win this turn? There's 2 piles empty, so every territory I gain comes with 3 golds. I think I can win this turn on changelings, most likely. Wait, did I do that wrong? I thought I was choosing the order. Let me try that again. I want to turn the gold into a changeling. There we go. Okay, so now I wish for a territory. Changeling, changeling, changeling. And the way exchanging works is the card you're gaining goes back to its pile, and then you gain a card from another pile. So even though there's only 1 territory left, as long as I just keep exchanging it, it's still there for me to take again next turn. Or not next turn, later in the same turn. And yeah, I'm overshooting by a ton here. This will pretty trivially pile out, I think. And just another territory, I suppose. I have no actions, alas. Yeah, so on top of an extra territory, which would have been a few extra gains, I also could have exchanged these changelings, gaining, for example, a gold, and then turning the gold back into a changeling. So I could have emptied like 16 changelings or something this turn as needed. Anyways, that's the game. Yeah, not a great kingdom to be player two in. Uh, Clashes just tend to be very centralizing and kind of hard to have a game plan when you don't have access to the battle plans. Like if the bot had built the real deck, then Warrior kind of shuts it down. Not Warrior, Warlord. Um, I mean, maybe you just have to buy battle plan turn one, even on the 4/3. Archer was a nuisance, but it's not really like a long term strategy. It was just play Archer and then big money. Uh, I don't think I played this one particularly well, but I mean, I click battle plan turn one. You do that, you tend to win.